Central Illinois is home to one sweet kitchen. Now a third-generation Greek confectioner is sharing her family's story.
In today's Page Turners, Sweet Greeks, first-generation immigrant confectioners in the heartland. We've got author and co-owner of Flesor's Candy Kitchen in Tuscola, Ann Flesor Beck, joining us. Hi, Ann. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
You must have been busy during the pandemic.
Well, actually, I did wrap up the writing during the pandemic, and my husband, who's a historian, was the editor, so we had lots of fine moments at home.
I'm sure. Now, you mentioned him being a historian. This is not a book filled with candy secrets per se, right?
No, and we did get a call, you know, is it a book of recipes? No, it's a food history book. It's from the University of Illinois Press. It is one of a series talking about how the history of food in America came to be, and one of the really important groups, which you wouldn't think about, but when you think about candy stores, confectioners, corner drugstores, pizza places, the Greeks. And the Greeks were the ones who kind of found their niche, and most of them, when they came to this country, and particularly to this area, were first confectioners.
I never in a million years would have guessed that. The pizza place thing, I guess, maybe,
yeah.
But candy.
Who knew? I
You're
know.
a third-generation owner here in Central Illinois.
Right.
So do you share that story of your grandfather?
I do.
Bringing it
I gave you guys a copy, but yeah, in chapter 6. So a lot of my study, when we opened our store, I had started a dissertation, and people would come in, they say, oh, you know, my grandfather in Villa Grove, or, oh, you know, the Vriners, Champaign-Urbana, which, you know, I did know about. Oh, the so-and-so in Paris. Oh, the place in Taylorville. And all of a sudden, I thought, wow, there's a story there. So I went to my advisor at Illinois, and I said, I want to write about the first-generation Greeks because they were confectioners. And it's a rural study, meaning, you know, it's outside of the Chicago or New York, where a lot of Greeks settled. But most of the Greeks who came to these small cities and small towns in the Midwest went to Chicago first. And that's how my grandfather got here. So I do have a whole chapter on, I call it my grandfather and his mentors. And a lot of that is based in Champaign-Urbana.
Can you talk about the cover of the book here? Who is on the cover?
These are lovely ladies from Springfield. The Kutarkan family had a confectionery, and this is such a great picture. And we got this picture in black and white, and the University of Illinois Press colorized it. I love it.
Well
it is fantastic.
I love it.
And your name's on the awning there, too.
I know. Yeah, very cool. I know. But, you know, here in Champaign-Urbana, and my grandfather was actually related to, we call him Old Man Vriner, or the first Mr. Vriner, who came here and hooked up with Mr. Vakey. And they actually started the Candy Kitchen in Tuscola originally. My grandfather came over, went to Chicago, came down, the Mr. Vakey and Mr. Vriner said, well, if you want to buy this business, you know, you'll have to pay us $500. My grandfather went out west, worked on the railroad. He earned $1.50 a day and came back and bought the Candy Kitchen.
Wow.
But the interesting part is, you know, the question is, oh, well, did they make candy in Greece? No. You know, they were very poor. They lived in very small farms. They were barely making a living. At the same time in America, come to America, work. And so the Greeks came over, and most of them ended up initially in the confectionery business.
Wow. Well, yeah. I would feel amiss if we didn't talk about the work you're doing right now at Flesor's and how busy
making
you've been.
A lot of candy. Yeah, it's been an interesting time.
I bet.
It has been. I was going to ask you, this being third generation now, what, other than getting to eat candy whenever you want to, why are you still doing it?
There's the question. Why are we still doing it? We enjoy it, and we're in business, and yeah, we're one of the few left in the country. Yeah, I do document some that are still around, that are still Greek-owned. We have discovered lovely ladies in Duluth, Minnesota. They're third-generation confectioners as well, Greeks. They're older than I am, and we call each other on occasion and say, "Why are we doing this?" Yeah, and
Interesting.
it's a lovely story. It's a good read. It's not. How shall I say? It's not too boring. And you'll, Heather, you will learn.
If you know anything about the Flesor sisters, you know they're anything but boring. So
I'm going to have Heather read the book, and I'm going to eat the candy.
And there you go. So anyway, yeah, I do have copies at the store for sale. It is online with Amazon, and U of I Press told me Hartfield's in Monticello also can get it online.
Wonderful.
And Barnes & Nobles is supposed to get it sometime. I'm hoping. I don't know.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
This
Awesome.
is exciting.
I know, because, we didn't have enough to do.
Well,
so.
no, because I'm sure you're up to your eyeballs already in Christmas chocolate.
We are, actually.
So,
yeah.
there you go.
So, thanks so much.
You're welcome. Give our best to Devin and the rest of the crew.
I will.
We'll connect you to everything happening there at Flesor's, as well as details on Anne's book at CILiving.tv.
Coming up, the music of